Happy New Year, everyone from the world today. Here's what's coming up on the program. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake hits Japan, triggering a tsunami warning in coastal areas. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu gives his first New Year's message, highlights promising future for Nigeria in 2024. Plus, New Year celebrations from around the world. The World Today begins right now. A powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake has hit Japan, causing homes to collapse, ripped roads, and triggering tsunami warnings for coastal areas. Dozens of smaller earthquakes have struck central Japan since this afternoon. The quake is a reminder of the national disaster that hit Japan in 2011, killing thousands of people. Here's more.
The massive earthquake caused a massive fire in Wajima County in Ishikawa Prefecture. It is believed to have started from a resident's house in the city's central area. Blazing flames and smoke could be seen from a video aired on the state broadcaster. In the coastal Jotsu city, eyewitnesses captured the moment tsunami waves triggered by the earthquake hit. A tsunami around 1 meter high struck parts of the west coast along the Sea of Japan, with larger waves expected.
Wow.
Another eyewitness captured the moment the earthquake jolted snow from buildings in Nagano.
Wow, it's huge.
38-year-old Baldwin Chia is a snowboarding tourist in Nagano. He said it was in his hotel room in the Hakuba Alps when the first tremors hit.
I'm here with a group of snowboarders here in Nagano, in the Niigata province. We're here up in the mountains in the Hakuba Alps hotel. I think we just experienced a 7.5 earthquake. Pretty massive, if you ask me. So the whole room was shaking, the TV was shaking. I had to keep everything on the table. I did feel safe in my room though, but everything else was shaking. My friends were outside, still outside. So my first instinct was also just to text them to see if they're okay. Definitely, I was asking about the avalanches, and I think I didn't receive any notifications of that, so I think it should be fine. But definitely, it is quite scary. Definitely, when you hear about earthquakes in Japan, you wouldn't expect one to actually experience one.
Another snowboarder, Johnny Wu, said he learned about the earthquake on his phone and experienced snow falling from the roof of the restaurant where he and others were eating.
About 5 to 10 seconds before I was there waiting for the shuttle bus back to hotel, and suddenly my phone ringing about the earthquake warning. It says Ishikawa got an earthquake, so you gotta be careful. And suddenly it get pretty strong earthquake. You can see all the snow from the electric wire goes down, and also from the roof go down, and all the car is shaking, and so everybody was panicked that time.
Yet another eyewitness captured scenes in a train station in Kanazawa City. In the video, items were seen falling off shelves in a store inside the station as people attempted to take cover, while others ran out of the station with luggage in tow. The video also showed water leaking from the ceiling of the station. Outside, there was flood. There were puddles on the station floor, and people crouched on a train platform where signs shook above them. In another footage provided by an eyewitness, a house was reduced to rubble on the side of a road in Ishikawa after the powerful earthquake hit. Concerns have been raised about Japan's nuclear reactors, which had contributed to the 2011 disaster. But the government said no irregularities had been detected. Utilities provider Hokuriku Electric Power's Shika plant in Ishilawa Prefecture, the closest facility to the quake's epicenter, was among those reporting no damage. In the meantime, another strong earthquake has hit the Noto area as authorities continue to issue tsunami warnings for new areas.
Oh, holy cow.
As Nigerians usher in a new year, let's listen to what President Bola Tinubu has to say to his people. He described the year 2023 as a challenging one, but an eventful one, albeit for the country, as he saw the peaceful transfer of power to his administration. In his first New Year message to Nigerians in a nationwide broadcast, the president speaks on how his fellow citizens put their faith in him to move the nation forward.
This is the first New Year broadcast by President Bola Tinubu since he assumed office 7 months ago.
Dear compatriots,
he starts by acknowledging how challenging yet eventful the previous year was, even as it witnessed the peaceful and successful transfer of power in Nigeria's 24 years unbroken democracy,
which had become an unsustainable financial burden.
The president said he understands the discomfort some of the decisions taken by his administration has had on Nigerians.
Take this from me. The time may be rough and tough. However, our spirit must remain unbowed because tough times never last. We are made for this period, never to flinch, never to falter. The socio-economic challenges of today should energize and rekindle our love and faith in the promise of Nigeria.
He outlined some of the steps being taken to address security, the provision of electricity, and ensure food security.
In this new year, we will race against time to ensure all the fiscal and tax policies reforms we need to put in place are codified and simplified to ensure the business environment does not destroy value. On every foreign trip I have embarked on, my message to investors and other business people has been the same. Nigeria is ready and open for business.
The president said the 2024 budget reflects government's focus on issues such as poverty reduction, social security, and human capital development.
Because we take our development agenda very seriously, our 2024 budget reflects the premium we place on achieving our governance objectives. We will work diligently to make sure every Nigerian feels the impact of their government, the economic aspirations, and the material well-being of the poor, the most vulnerable, and the working people shall not be neglected.
He also tasked all Nigerians to work to build the country.
To play our part, the job of building a prosperous nation is not the job of president, governors, ministers, lawmakers, and government officials alone. Our destinies are connected as members of this household of Nigeria. Our language, creed, ethnicity, and religious belief, even when they are not same, should never make us work at cross purposes.
The president ended by wishing all Nigerians a happy and prosperous 2024.
And now to New Year celebrations around the world. We begin in North Korea, where citizens danced, skated, and watched fireworks as they ushered in the new year in the capital, Pyongyang. A video provided by North Korea's news agency KCNA, which Reuters cannot independently verify, showed a national flag hoist ceremony on Sunday, attended by North Korean citizens to mark the new year. Many celebrated the new year by watching a firework display at midnight, while others took selfies along streets decorated with lights. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un attended a late-night celebration to mark the new year on Sunday in Pyongyang, accompanied by his wife Ri Sol-ju and daughter, and watched performances featuring ice skaters, acrobats and choirs. From fireworks display to balloons release, celebration events taking place across China on Sunday evening ran throughout the night to celebrate the arrival of 2024. In northeast China's Jilin province, Jilin city held the new year with a dazzling fireworks display. The fireworks, accompanied by a laser light show, illuminated the cloudy night sky. In neighboring Liuyuan City, a snow-themed park is presenting tourists with large and intricate snow and ice sculptures in lovely shapes such as snowman, animals and architectures. Let's take you to Brazil now, where dazzling fireworks space spectacle lit up Rio de Janeiro's Copacabana beach, where almost 2 million revelers welcomed the 2024 year. On Monday, New Year's Eve, revelers and tourists gathered on Copacabana beach to enjoy the 12-minute spectacular and iconic fireworks. For the first time, a light and color show was performed to the sound of a live orchestra. Brazilians and tourists were thrilled when the night skies across the beach were lit up with multiple colors.
Venimos a disfrutar acá de Copacabana un Réveillon, una vez más.
Well, hundreds of thousands of people welcomed the new year on the Champs-Élysées in Paris on Monday. The French ushered in the new year of the Paris Olympic Games with a giant celebration leading up to the traditional fireworks display of the Arc of Triumph. The festivities took place under the tight security measures put in place by French authorities. Around 90,000 police were deployed across France, with 6,000 of them in Paris. Also, 5,000 soldiers from the Sentinel unit set up to deal with terrorist threats were employed, according to French Interior Ministry. And Berlin welcomed the new year with fireworks over the German capital's landmark, the Brandenburg Gate, early on Monday, where tens of thousands of people celebrated the start of 2024. Up to 65,000 people gathered on the 17 June Boulevard on the western side of the gate, which once separated East and West Berlin until the fall of the Berlin Wall in November 1989. Visitors were required to purchase an entry ticket at €10 apiece to get access to the closed-off gate, an area stretching over 1.9 kilometers from Brandenburg Gate to the Victory Column Monument. The ticket price for the party entitled Celebrate at the Gate covers the cost for increased security measures. One of the revelers who partied at Brandenburg Gate, who gave his name as Denny, said he wished for the nation in Ukraine, the situation in Ukraine and elsewhere to become more peaceful, while a young Dutch tourist thought it was also time to look forward to the good things that happen. Well, after standing in New York City's Times Square for more than a dozen hours, thousands of revelers cheered in the new year on Sunday night with the annual ceremony of a descending crystal-clad ball. Many had arrived early in the morning for a spot in one of the barricaded pens set up by the New York Police Department ahead of the musical performances by Megan Thee Stallion and LL Cool J just before the final countdown to midnight. Well, Auckland in New Zealand was the first city to usher in the new year. Parts of Asia, China, Japan and North as well South Korea, Myanmar and Cocos Island were also among the latest countries to enter into the new year, as have Thailand, Vietnam and Indonesia, among others.
New Zealanders were amongst the first in the world to celebrate the arrival of 2024 with fireworks display in Auckland. The fireworks show from Auckland's 328-meter tall Sky Tower illuminated the cloudy night sky and was accompanied by a laser light and animation show. It lasted 5 minutes with 500 kilograms of pyrotechnics launched from the tower, with the Auckland Harbour Bridge also illuminated. The Australian city of Sydney welcomed 2024 with a dazzling fireworks display featuring silver and gold pyrotechnics to commemorate the Opera House's 50th anniversary. The 12-minute spectacle included 36,000 shooting effects featuring comets, mines and cross sets, and 13,000 aerial shells including serpent, Saturn ring and horsetail willow shells.
Be good to me.
Over in Asia, Hong Kong welcomed 2024 with a New Year's Eve fireworks display over Victoria Harbour. And last but not least, in Taiwan, there were spectacular fireworks from the Taipei 101 Tower as the clock struck midnight. The display around the landmark skyscraper, standing at 508 meters, lasted for 300 seconds and included more than 16,000 explosions, while for the first time incorporated Japanese fireworks. Held for the first time in 2003, the Taipei 101 fireworks display has become one of the most watched events on television in Taiwan and is known for drawing a huge crowd of spectators to the streets every year.
In Lagos, the commercial nerve center of the country, where it was all jubilation as Christian faithful gathered at their various churches to usher in the new year. Parishioners at the Kingsway International Christian Center, Maryland, and members of the Citadel Community Church, Ikeja, sang and they danced with joy just as sounds of thanksgiving and gratitude echoed from the Cathedral Church of Christ in Marina, Lagos.
As the final minutes of year 2023 elapses, the annual Crossroads service tradition at the Kingsway International Christian Center, Maryland, is marked with singing and dancing, thanksgiving, prayers, and prophetic declarations for individuals, the church, and Nigeria.
I said you will also see the end of 2024.
And as parishioners welcome the new year, shouts of jubilation rent the air.
We are energized to start the new year with great expectation that God is enough to make this year a more prosperous, better year for us.
We can be so sure that this year shall be good for us as a family and even as a church, KICC, and I know that we have something to hope for.
The resident pastor of KICC Maryland and National Superintendent KICC Nigeria, Pastor Femi Fasheru, who declared 2024 as a year of more than enough, also expresses optimism for a better Nigeria.
We are excited and we prophetically declare it as a year of more than enough because as a people we have suffered enough in lack and scarcity. So we believe God that this gift of a new year is turning things around for us as a nation.
The Citadel Church lights up as hundreds of people come in to praise God in anticipation of the new year.
The theme for the whole New Year gathering is unusual and uncommon elevation. These two words, unusual and uncommon, can be used as synonyms, but when they are put together, it is for serious emphasis, like we have in Ephesians 3:20-21. Unto him who is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that we ask or think. When they are joined together, the emphasis shows you that something extraordinary is about to happen.
Meanwhile, at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Marina, Lagos, it's an atmosphere of spiritual connection and reflection of the passing year. Hymns of praise and worship fill the air, and as the clock approaches midnight, The presiding priest urges the church to be hopeful in the face of difficulty.
God is asking us to see beyond the odds of the outgoing year, to see beyond our current circumstances and predictions of experts, to look with eyes of faith at the possibilities that lie ahead.
And by morning of January the 1st, 2024, the congregation is back at the church for a choral matins. The Diocesan Bishop of Lagos says the year 2024 provides another season of joyful beginnings.
There's hope. All what we have lost, physically or spiritually, God is going to restore it. We believe that. So let us walk on the path of restoration and do not destroy or scatter what God has done for us.
As Nigerians bid farewell to 2023 and welcome 2024, it's an atmosphere of joy and optimism as they share a united sentiment of hope and anticipation for the journey that lies ahead in this year.
Well, people around the world are now looking forward to the new year and have expectations of their various governments. For Nigerians living in South Africa, the emphasis is on unity, economic prosperity, technological advancement, and cultural integration. These key priorities underscore their collective vision for 2024, reflecting a shared aspiration for positive growth and advancement within their adopted homeland. Our South Africa correspondent, Innocent Samosa, reports.
The president of NICASA, Frank Onyekwelu, says living in a foreign land presents a unique set of challenges. Here are his hopes and aspirations as he envisions the year 2024.
Myself and the entire team of the NICASA National Executives, we are ready to launch into active programs, conferences, great awarenesses within our Nigerian communities and also within our host nation, South Africa, in order to improve our livelihood, our health, our relationship with our host nation, South Africa, and also for the Nigerian community entirely to bring out what we are made of, what we are known of all over the world.
Some Nigerian organizations also added their voices.
So my hopes for 2024 is that of an improved image, let me put it like improved Nigerian experience. At Nigerian Spice, we are planning and hoping to educate, start a line of education for people, to generally teach people how to behave well, how to be good Nigerian citizens.
In my capacity as the president of Nigerian students at the University of Johannesburg, my expectation for my members is that in the new year 2024, they will individually achieve their dreams, bringing laurels to the institution and to the country at large. And as a Nigerian citizen, my wish and expectation for my country in the new year 2024 is that my country will be a haven for foreign direct investment.
In Mpumalanga province, the community hopes for a year filled with positive transformations and shared successes.
For 2024, basically, I'm hoping for the best for everyone, and all my brothers around the world, I'm wishing for peace and unity, because 2023 has been up and down, so 2024, we're hoping for the best for everybody. That is my hope for 2024.
I'm hoping to achieve many things, many things, including good health, to work hard, to feed people who, 2024, we wish that God help us for the work to grow so that we can work God give us the strength. Everything should move forward. That's what we are asking for.
2024, we want to achieve our business to grow and grow so that the more we get more customers, the more we get more customers, the more the life goes on. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Those were the voices of Nigerian community living in South Africa, talking to us about their hopes and aspirations for 2024. From Aikenhoek in Mpumalanga, South Africa, Innocent Samosa, Channels Television News.
And for Nigerians in the UAE, they want to know when things will change for the better. As 2023 paves way for 2024, members of the resident community continue to live out each day hoping for good news that will turn their fortunes around, as they are most impacted by the bans and restrictions placed by the UAE. Our correspondent, Mayowa Degoke, has more.
End of year celebrations within the Nigerian community as members of the Edo ethnic group gather to mark the end of 2023.
There's always reason to thank God and to be grateful. And that's why we've come together as a community at the end of this year to come celebrate life in itself.
For Nigerians in the UAE, celebrations for the new year come in a mixed bag of disappointment, hope, and uncertainty about their collective fate as residents.
I have nothing to say about our place right now in UAE because I have a lot of friends, a lot of families here that are really passing through challenging time, and we don't know what's for us in the next years to come in this UAE.
Diplomatic ties between both nations have weakened over the past 3 years. And although there has been signal of political will from the Tinubu-led federal government to restore the relationship, Nigerians wait to see what 2024 will unfold.
2023 have ended now, and we are still in this problem. People are going into the new year not knowing what the new year holds for them. It is very sad that Nigerians can be in this type of situation. We are calling on the Nigerian president to please do the needful.
Both nations are vital economic hubs, and for entrepreneurs like Franklin Omene, who has built businesses across both regions, diversification is important for staying above the crisis.
It's not just about Nigeria. Yes, we do have a big presence here at once upon a time, and this issue of travel and visa situation is not just on Nigeria. As I find that now it's Mali is involved, Congo is involved. A few other African countries are also involved. Now we need to diversify our portfolio and do things differently. There's a lot of space. We're very smart people, very creative people, very diverse. We've done it in Nigeria. We're survivors, pretty much. So I think with this in mind, I think there are other areas that we can contribute to this economy where our presence will be felt in a positive way.
Expectations are high that 2024 will be a better year, and it is on this hope that the Nigerian Arabian Gulf Chamber of Commerce launched the Nigeria Trade House in Dubai.
Once you have these two critical players having the genuine intention to engage, you know certainly there will be a big trigger very soon going to happen in 2024. And we see it coming. All we're doing is making sure that we are ready for it.
In the meantime, Nigerian residents in the UAE continue to hope against all hope that 2024 will mark the end of their troubles. From Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, Mayowa Degoke for Channels Television News.
And away from the outlook for the year, but things that are happening in the new year, Denmark's crown Prince Frederik will become king after his mother, Queen Margaret II, Europe's longest-serving monarch, announced on Sunday that she will abdicate on January 14 after 52 years on the throne. The 83-year-old queen, who ascended the throne in 1972, made the surprise announcement on live TV during her traditional New Year's Eve speech, which is viewed by many in the country of 5.9 million people. The queen became the longest-serving sitting monarch in Europe following the death of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. In July, she became the longest sitting monarch in Denmark's history. Crown Prince Frederik will become King Frederik the Fifth. Frederik married Mary Elizabeth Donaldson, an Australian, in 2004, and the couple have 4 children. In Denmark, formal power resides with the elected parliament and its government. The monarch is expected to stay above partisan politics, representing the nation with traditional duties ranging from state visits to National Day celebrations. And what a way to begin the year in India. Space exploration on the mind as the country's space agency successfully launched a rocket that's carrying an observatory which will study astronomical objects like black holes. It was launched from Sriharikota, a spaceport, at about 9:10 local time today. This is only the second mission in the world of this nature after NASA launched one in 2021. The space agency said it wanted to help scientists improve their knowledge of black holes. A black hole is a region of space where matter has collapsed in on itself. The gravitational pull is so strong that nothing, not even space light, can escape. And it was the animation that launched the House of Mouse, Steamboat Willie, a 1928 short film featuring early non-speaking versions of Mickey and Minnie, is widely seen as the moment that transformed Disney's fortunes and made cinema history. Their images are now available to the public in the US after Disney's copyright expired. It means creatives like cartoonists can now rework and use the earliest versions of Mickey and Minnie. In fact, anyone can use those versions without permission or cost. But Disney warned that more modern versions of Mickey are still covered by copyright. U.S. copyright law says the rights to characters can be held for 95 years, which means the characters in Steamboat Willie entered the public domain on Monday, January 1st. 2024. Those works can now legally be shared, performed, reused, repurposed, or sampled. Ana Ophelia Maguire, the Mexican actress who voiced great-grandmother Mama Coco in the Oscar-winning Disney Pixar animation Coco, has died at the age of 90. She had a key part in the film about a Mexican boy who crosses to the land of the dead, uncovering family secrets while trying to become a musician. The movie highlights the Day of the Dead and celebrates Mexico's culture. Its National Institute of Fine Arts and Literature said her career was vital for the performing arts of Mexico. One of Coco's most memorable moments was the scene where Mama Coco and her great-grandson Miguel sing Remember Me together. Well, that's our show today. Happy New Year once again, Nigeria and elsewhere in the world. I'm Joke Rogers. Bye for now.